Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You guys haven't seen me in a while. I've been kind of MIA here on YouTube, but I'm back with another teacher playing with me for the last week of school. And when I say I am so excited, I am so excited. So my school, the last day is the 13th of June. So this week will be the last full week of school. Then we have 2 half days and then summer break, which I'm so excited for. But before we get started, I uploaded another teacher playing with me about 2 months ago. And when I was filming that video, I thought the video was so boring. And I'm like, nobody's gonna watch this. But I still uploaded anyway. And can I tell you that that is the most viewed video on my channel? That video has over 500 views, which is huge for me. I never thought that anybody would really watch, but to that extent, it's just amazing. And I got some really great comments like keep going and like I would love to see more videos, and it just really encouraged me to upload this video that I'm about to upload right now. So you guys are gonna plan with me for the last full week of school, which I am so excited for. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So you guys know what I usually do is I write up my subjects here at the top. In the last video, you guys saw that I was tracking a student's behavior over here in the sidebar. That student is no longer in my class, so I'm not going to use that section for tracking behavior anymore. So the first thing I'm going to do is write all the subjects at the top of my page.
We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright.
So right here you'll notice that I have 2 blanks because I was doing health and I was doing some small groups. It is the last week of school. I am not pulling any serious planned out small groups in any of my subjects. It's kind of just fluid, kind of go with the flow. And I am done with health for now, and I've kind of moved on to something else. So I remember last year during the last week of school, I was not doing a lot of things that were structured at the end of the year. I gave my kids a list of options that they could do in the morning. I had student helpers that helped me, and it was fine for the last week because I actually had to change classrooms very last minute at the end of last year. So I had to pack up my entire room and get it prepared to be moved. Now this year I have a completely different class. They cannot handle the non-structure. They need structure every single second. We're doing something every single subject. We're doing a full lesson, and we're doing independent work. This group of students that I have, they are not really able to handle having a lot of non-structure and be able to have a lot of choice and kind of choose what they want to do. They need someone to be on them the entire time. Now, I am moving schools, as some people know, and so I have to pack up my entire room again, and I have to actually get it out of the building. I got a storage unit, which is great, so I'm going to be able to like move. But while I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna just kind of show you what I'm doing. So this is some of the hearts I'm gonna be using during my planning time. I wish I had some more like deco, but I don't have any leftover deco from kits. I have a lot of like kit leftovers, but not deco leftovers. So I'm going to be using just some of this little like swim deco right here. I won't be using the family time or the nail polish, but I'm gonna be using like the little boogie board and the lifeguard. And then I'm also going to be using this as a little deco too, even though it absolutely does not match. And this is from Firefly Paper Shop, and this one is from Caress Press. It was a little freebie. They're both freebies. The other thing I'm going to be using is this from Glam Planner. Now I got this in a glitch sale. It was like a glitch grab bag a couple of months back, and I'm going to be using these top 3 for my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because there are a lot of things that I have to get done before the end of the year. So what I was saying was I'm kind of like, you know, moving out of my classroom and everything, and there's just a lot of work that I have to do. So I'm kind of trying to like pull colors that are in here, but it kind of is what it is. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for just watching. Like I really didn't think that many people would watch my videos, and I'm just so blessed, and it's just so amazing that people, you know, support my channel, which is really great. So I'm just kind of pulling some like similar colors in. And the fact that I have to plan out the last week of school like this structured isn't the best, but you know, I'm gonna try to stay positive for the rest of the school year. So I'm just pulling in like some of these yellows and like the blues and stuff that are obviously in here. I think there's like a dark like navy. There's literally no pattern for this, but these little hearts I think were part of her Glam Planner's advent calendar a while back, and I don't really like this red color, so I'm gonna pull that one up. Or I'm not, because it's really actually not gonna pull up at all. So now I'm just gonna write some important things that are going on the sidebar. Now the funny thing is that there are not a lot of like really fun activities going on at the end of the year. Last year I did a lot of fun things with my students. Like I said, this year it's not really something that they can handle, or a lot of them don't really need to be incentivized for their behavior. So I'm not really doing anything like super fun. Some of the lessons that I'm doing are fun, but last year I did like ice cream day, and we went outside and we had like tons of extra recess, and we watched movies. And we just did like a lot of fun like end of the year. I remember we made posters. We did a lot of things at the end of the year. I like tested out a lot of like new technology on my students that I was gonna try in the upcoming year, but this year that's really not something that I'm gonna be able to do. So let's get into the plans. Like I said, we had field day already. We had a picnic that was last week. All the field trips are over, but usually at the end of the year there's like a ton going on, but there's not. It's just like pack up your room and, you know, see you next year. There's not a lot of fun things that were planned for the end of the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. You guys know I usually put my plans in my notebook. The notebook's in my car, and there's absolutely no way I'm gonna go outside to go get it. So I'm gonna start writing my plans down here for phonics, and I will be right back.
Baby, don't you know all of them tears gon' come and go? Baby, you just gotta make up your mind that every little thing is gonna be alright. Baby, don't you know all of them tears gon' come and go? Baby, you just gotta make up your mind. We decided we're gonna be alright.
So I went ahead and wrote down everything that was in the phonics column. It all looks the same because I'm doing short and long vowel reviews for the entire week. Now I remember that I was doing short and long vowels, but I don't remember which vowel I'm doing on which day. So at first I wrote short vowel. I'm like, which day am I doing short or long vowel? I don't remember. I already made all the copies and they're at school, but I do not remember which copies I made or what word I made them in. So I just put vowel review, and if I need to, I can write them in when I get to school. So then I'm gonna move over to what I am doing in math. Now math, I am still following exactly from the curriculum. Right now we are working on fractions, and actually I'll be able to finish the fraction unit, which is awesome. Last year I think I finished it too. Last year I definitely finished it, and I moved on to measurement last year, but this year that's just not gonna happen with the amount of time that we have left. So I'm kind of like flipping through. If you can hear the little flipping sound, I'm just kind of flipping through my curriculum books. I haven't really briefly written down what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to go ahead and write it right here. Now, while I'm writing, I can definitely talk because I don't really have to concentrate since I'm pretty much just copying what I have over here on my master copy. But I've been watching several teacher vlogs, and there's one particular teacher that I watch a lot of, Pocket Full of Primary, and I really like her, and I just understand how she feels at the end of the year. I mean, behaviors are like completely out of control, but I'm really trying to stay positive because I am so blessed. I already have, you know, I resigned from my county, and I already have a job teaching second grade lined up already, and I'm so incredibly blessed and so incredibly happy that I have that opportunity. So I am not complaining at all. I am just doing my best to end the year on a positive note. Now I've been using this pen. This is a Paper Mate Flare, and I have pen all over my hand. This is a Paper Mate Flare pen in pink. Now this is really good for writing on stickers, but glossy stickers. I tend that if I write on paper with it for too long, it tends to kind of dry out, which I noticed that it's doing now. So my grades are due on the 8th. I have some grading in my teacher bag, but I will not be grading anything else from this week. I most likely will not be grading anything because I have to start working on my grades, and my grades have to go in the grade book, and they're due on Thursday. If there's something that I'm looking at my grade book after I'm finished grading what I have and I see that I don't have enough grades, I will take something from here because all of this work is meaningful and it matches standards. So I will put that in if I need another grade. So then I'm going to flip over to planning time. Now, when I write for my planning time, I usually do like a mini to-do list of what I want to get done for the day or during planning. And I also have a separate to-do list on my desk of things I want to get done, and the principal gave out another to-do list, a checklist of all the things I need to get done before the end of the year. So this is just like a really quick thing. It might be something that I want to get done during planning or want to get done before the end of the day, or things that I want to do. So I am going to write another like to-do list over here. I think I have a to-do sticker that I will use, and this is here, and then over here in this last part I am just going to fill it with stickers to make me feel better. So yay. So I'm just gonna fill this last part with just stickers. That says happy day. Today is your day. And this is all just motivational stuff to keep me going. I know the end of the year is hard for a lot of teachers. All right, let's see what else I have. And this is actually perfect. It fits in perfect. Let's see. Make today count. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna move it down here. I'm gonna do it down here. And this one says, teachers change the world one child at a time. I'm gonna try to find a different quote because I like that one, and I don't particularly want to use it there. Oh, here's a today sticker. Or a to-do sticker. Okay. Ooh, pretty. Ooh. Okay. All right. I think I'm just gonna put teacher's gonna teach, and I'm gonna spread it over these two boxes, so that way this sheet will be kind of already all filled up except for the little hearts, but I'm probably not gonna use those. So teacher's gonna teach. Ooh, I really like that. Reading, actually every day we are doing a topic about space. So we read a story, and the story was all about astronauts, and the students were so interested in learning more about space, but the story really didn't lend itself to giving you a lot of facts about space. So I kind of started like a little mini unit about space. I found a really great product on Teachers Pay Teachers. It was $7.50, which is kind of expensive for me to buy something off of Teachers Pay Teachers, and I will definitely link it down below if anyone else wants to use it for their full last week of school. If you want something to do, it was more than I like to pay on Teachers Pay Teachers, but it is 1000% worth it because I do not have to plan anything. It has everything there for you. It has little comprehension questions, it has crafts, it has activities. All I have to do was pretty much print and go, and then I know where I'm going to get my factual information so that they can do their research. And they all have technology, so it'll be really easy for them to research each planet. So the first day we are going to do the sun. So I know absolutely that's what we're doing. So we're going to do sun lesson. So it's just a mini lesson. And then they are going to do sun facts. And then they have a sun craft that they're going to do. Now, I'm not doing a ton of crafts at the end of the year because I have packed up a lot of my stuff. I have packed up sentence strips, I have packed up construction paper, and that is already away in my storage unit, so it's not even like I can pull those things out. If I really need something, I can either ask another teacher or I will just have to improvise. This, all they need is crayons and scissors, and I do have some extra scissors on my desk for the students that don't have them. But I made it clear that I was not giving out any more supplies for the rest of the year. Now, like I said, last year, end of the school year, when I suddenly found out that I was moving rooms, like I said, I was giving my kids choices on what they could do, and at the end of the day, we watched a movie, and that worked perfectly fine. I just don't think that's going to work for this group. They can't handle it. It's really hard for them to handle it. That's the reason why I am planning out something to do every single day. Now, I do have a ton of packing to do. When my principal sent out the checklist, and I'm gonna write as I talk, when my principal sent out the checklist, Usually we can keep things on our shelves. So like textbooks and curriculum books, you can keep it on your shelf for the next teacher. All of the things on all of our shelves have to be boxed up and labeled. That includes all of my student books, which each of them have 2 books for reading, 2 textbooks for reading. That's 50 books that I have to pack up in boxes. The boxes are going to be extremely heavy. Then I have all my teacher curriculum to pack up, all their guided reading books that came with the classroom, the school curriculum, all of the books from my mystery unit that we did, all of those have to be packed up. All the math manipulatives have to either be put back in the closet or packed up. I'm not putting my math manipulatives back in the math closet because they are already labeled for the next teacher that is coming in my room. I spent time in my one-on-one, spent a ton of time organizing the things that the teacher would need for next year. So I am definitely not putting those back in the math closet. I'm just going to put them in a box, and then if she doesn't want them, she doesn't need them, but they were already, designated to, I didn't know this when I started, packing up my room. So then I'm gonna do Jupiter and Saturn. And then same thing. And then planet facts. And at the end, I will probably briefly talk about Uranus and Neptune at the end. So this is a short Uranus and Neptune. And then they're going to work on their planet booklet, which will take them a good amount of time. I think it's like 10 pages, and it involves like a little coloring, a lot of coloring, and like filling in the blanks. So we're just going to do that on the last day. So the last thing I have to do is fill in what I'm going to do for planning each day. Now I'm not going to fill in the whole thing because I don't know what I'm going to get done during planning each day. Now I do know some of the things that I want to do on my to-do list. I'm going to use the green pen. I'm going to use the green pen for this. So what I'm going to do now is put in the deco. This planner has been through so much, as you can see. This planner has been through a lot, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the deco, and that is my finished spread for the week. I am so glad and so happy that I got everything written down. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and the year is over. If you guys want to see like teacher packing moving vlogs, let me know, or me moving into my new school, or like what I'm doing over the summer besides planning. Let me know. I'm seeing a lot of that on YouTube, and I think it's really, really interesting and cool to watch. So let me know if you guys want to see that, and I will see you in my next video.